Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Learning Conversations. I'm Aurora, and today I have a wonderful guest who knows all about shopping and managing money. Rebecca, please introduce yourself to our listeners.
Hi, Aurora. Thank you so much for having me on your podcast. I'm Rebecca and I'm from Australia. I work as a financial advisor, which means I help people make smart decisions with their money. I also love shopping, but I've learned how to shop wisely over the years. I'm excited to talk about shopping and money management today because these are skills everyone needs in daily life.
That's perfect, Rebecca. Shopping and money are topics we all deal with every day, whether we're buying groceries, clothes, or saving for something special. Let's start with the basics. What's the difference between needs and wants when it comes to shopping?
That's such an important distinction, Aurora. Needs are things you must have to live, like food, shelter, basic clothing, and transportation to work. Wants are things that would be nice to have but aren't essential, like designer clothes, the latest smartphone, or eating at expensive restaurants. Understanding this difference is the first step to smart shopping. Before you buy anything, ask yourself, do I really need this, or do I just want it?
I love that question. I think I want a lot more things than I actually need. Let's talk about different types of shopping. What are the main places where people shop?
There are so many shopping options today. Traditional brick and mortar stores include grocery stores for food, department stores for clothes and household items, and specialty shops that focus on specific products like books or electronics. Then there's online shopping, which has become huge. Websites like Amazon, where you can buy almost anything. We also have discount stores, outlet malls for cheaper brand names, and second-hand stores for used items. Each type of shopping has different advantages and price points.
I do a mix of online and in-store shopping. I like to see clothes in person before buying them, but I often shop online for books and household items. What about payment methods? How can people pay for their purchases?
Payment methods have really evolved. The most traditional way is cash, physical money that you hand to the cashier. Then there are debit cards, which take money directly from your bank account, and credit cards, which let you borrow money that you pay back later. Many people now use mobile payments like Apple Pay or Google Pay on their phones. Some stores also accept checks, though that's becoming less common. Each payment method has different benefits and risks that people should understand.
I mostly use my debit card because I like knowing the money comes directly out of my account. Let's talk about budgeting. How can people plan their spending?
Budgeting is absolutely crucial for financial health. Start by tracking your income, how much money comes in each month from your job or other sources. Then list all your fixed expenses like rent, utilities, and loan payments. Next, estimate variable expenses like food, transportation, and entertainment. The basic rule is that your expenses should be less than your income. I recommend the 50-30-20 rule: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings.
That sounds like a practical framework. I should probably track my spending more carefully. What about saving money? What are some good strategies for building savings?
Saving money is one of the most important financial habits. Start by setting up automatic transfers from your checking account to a savings account, even if it's just $20 or $50 per month. This way, you save before you spend. Create specific savings goals, like saving for a vacation or emergency fund. Look for ways to reduce expenses, maybe cook at home more instead of eating out, or cancel subscriptions you don't use. Even small amounts add up over time due to compound interest.
Automatic transfers sound like a great idea because then I don't have to remember to save. Let's discuss grocery shopping specifically. What tips do you have for shopping for food wisely?
Grocery shopping offers lots of opportunities to save money. Always make a shopping list before you go to the store and stick to it. This prevents impulse purchases. Compare prices per unit, not just the total price, because bigger packages aren't always cheaper. Buy generic or store brands, which are often just as good as name brands but cost less. Shop the perimeter of the store first. That's where the fresh, healthy foods usually are. And never shop when you're hungry because you'll buy more than you need.
I definitely buy more food when I'm hungry. That's such practical advice. What about clothing shopping? How can people make smart decisions when buying clothes?
Clothing shopping can be tricky because there's so much emotional and social pressure involved. First, take inventory of what you already own. You might discover you have more than you thought. Focus on quality over quantity. It's better to buy fewer, well-made pieces that will last longer. Consider cost per wear. A more expensive jacket that you'll wear for years might be a better value than a cheap one that falls apart quickly. Try things on when possible and don't buy anything that doesn't fit well just because it's on sale.
I've definitely made the mistake of buying things on sale that I never actually wear. Let's talk about sales and discounts. How can people take advantage of good deals without overspending?
Sales can be great opportunities, but they can also be traps. Remember that something isn't a good deal if you don't actually need it. Before shopping sales, make a list of things you genuinely need, then look for those specific items. Be aware of marketing tactics. Stores often raise prices before sales to make discounts look bigger than they really are. Don't fall for limited time pressure unless you are already planning to buy the item. And always compare prices across different stores before assuming you're getting the best deal.
Those are important warnings about sales tactics. What about online shopping? What should people know about buying things on the internet?
Online shopping is convenient, but requires different skills than in-store shopping. Always shop from reputable websites, look for secure payment systems, and good customer reviews. Read product descriptions carefully since you can't touch or try items before buying. Check return policies in case items don't fit or aren't what you expected. Be aware of additional costs like shipping and taxes that might not be included in the displayed price. And be very careful with your personal and payment information. Only shop on secure, trusted sites.
Security is definitely important online. I always look for the little lock icon in my browser. Let's discuss credit cards. What should people know about using credit responsibly?
Credit cards can be useful tools, but they can also get people into serious financial trouble if not used wisely. The most important rule is to only spend what you can afford to pay off completely each month. Credit card interest rates are very high, so carrying a balance from month to month can quickly become expensive. Use credit cards for convenience and protection, not to buy things you can't afford. Pay your bill on time every month to avoid late fees and protect your credit score. And don't apply for too many credit cards. Having too much available credit can be tempting.
That's sobering advice about credit card debt. What about big purchases like cars or furniture? How should people approach these major expenses?
Major purchases require careful planning and research. First, determine if you really need the item or if you can wait. If you do need it, research different options thoroughly. Read reviews, compare features and prices. Consider both new and used options, especially for cars where used can offer much better value. Save up for a down payment if possible to reduce financing costs. Shop around for the best financing terms if you need a loan. And always negotiate. Many big-ticket items have flexible pricing, especially cars and furniture.
I never knew you could negotiate on furniture prices. Let's talk about teaching children about money. How can parents help kids develop good financial habits?
Teaching children about money early is so important. Start with basic concepts like the difference between needs and wants. Give children an allowance and help them divide it into spending, saving, and giving categories. Take them grocery shopping and explain how you compare prices and make choices. Let them save for something they want to buy. This teaches delayed gratification and goal setting. As they get older, you can introduce concepts like budgeting and even basic investing. The key is making it age-appropriate and hands-on.
Those are great ways to make money education practical for kids. What about different cultures and money? Do people in different countries have different approaches to spending and saving?
Absolutely. Money attitudes vary significantly across cultures. Some cultures emphasize saving and living below your means, while others focus more on enjoying life in the present. Family structures affect money decisions. In some cultures, multiple generations share financial responsibilities. Tipping customs vary widely between countries. Even payment preferences differ. Some countries still use cash frequently, while others have moved almost entirely to digital payments. When traveling or living in a new country, it's important to understand local money customs and expectations.
That's fascinating how culture influences our relationship with money. Let's discuss emergencies. How much money should people save for unexpected expenses?
An emergency fund is absolutely essential. Most financial experts recommend saving 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. This money should be easily accessible, like in a savings account, not invested in stocks where the value might go down when you need it. Start small. Even $500 can cover many common emergencies, like car repairs or medical bills. Build this fund gradually by setting aside a small amount each month. Having an emergency fund prevents you from going into debt when unexpected expenses arise, and it provides enormous peace of mind.
That does sound like it would reduce a lot of stress. What about investing? When should people start thinking about investing their money?
Investing is important for long-term financial health, but timing matters. First, pay off high-interest debt like credit cards. You're guaranteed to save money by eliminating that debt. Build your emergency fund before investing. Once you have these basics covered, you can start investing even small amounts. For beginners, simple, diversified investments like index funds are usually better than trying to pick individual stocks. The key is to start early because compound growth over time is very powerful. Even investing $50 per month can grow significantly over decades.
Starting early seems to be important for both saving and investing. Let's talk about common money mistakes. What errors do you see people make frequently?
I see several common mistakes repeatedly. Lifestyle inflation is huge. As people earn more money, they increase their spending instead of saving the extra income. Impulse buying is another big one, purchasing things without thinking them through. Many people don't track their spending, so they don't know where their money goes. Others focus only on the monthly payment for big purchases instead of the total cost. And many people don't start saving for retirement early enough. The good news is that all of these mistakes can be corrected with better habits and awareness.
Those mistakes sound like they're easy to fall into. What about seasonal shopping? How can people handle expenses that come at certain times of year, like holidays?
Seasonal expenses can really derail budgets if you're not prepared. The key is planning ahead. Start saving for holiday gifts in January, setting aside a small amount each month. This way, December spending doesn't destroy your budget. The same applies to back-to-school shopping, vacation expenses, or annual insurance payments. Create a separate savings account for these predictable but irregular expenses. Also, consider giving experiences or homemade gifts instead of expensive purchases. Often, the thought and time you put into a gift matters more than how much money you spend.
Planning ahead for holidays makes so much sense. Let's discuss comparison shopping. How can people make sure they're getting the best deals?
Comparison shopping is a valuable skill that can save significant money. For major purchases, research prices at multiple stores and online retailers. Use price comparison websites and apps that do the work for you. Don't forget to factor in shipping costs, taxes, and return policies when comparing online prices. For services like insurance or phone plans, get quotes from several companies. Read reviews from other customers to understand value, not just price. And remember that the cheapest option isn't always the best. Consider quality, warranty, and customer service too.
Technology really makes comparison shopping easier than it used to be. What about subscription services? How should people manage recurring monthly payments?
Subscription services can be convenient but dangerous for budgets because they're easy to forget about. List all your subscriptions, streaming services, gym memberships, magazines, software, everything. Calculate the total monthly and annual cost. Cancel anything you don't use regularly. For services you keep, consider whether annual payments offer discounts over monthly ones. Set calendar reminders to review your subscriptions every few months. Many people are shocked when they add up how much they spend on subscriptions they rarely use.
I should definitely audit my subscriptions. I probably have some I forgot about. Let's talk about financial goals. How can people set and achieve money related goals?
Financial goal setting is crucial for long-term success. Start by identifying what you want to achieve. Maybe buying a house, taking a vacation, or retiring comfortably. Make goals specific and time-bound. Save $5,000 for a car down payment by next December, rather than just save money for a car. Break big goals into smaller, manageable steps. Automate savings toward your goals when possible. Track your progress regularly and celebrate milestones along the way. And be flexible. Adjust goals if your circumstances change, but don't give up entirely.
Having specific, measurable goals definitely seems more motivating. What about money and relationships? How do financial decisions affect couples and families?
Money is one of the biggest sources of conflict in relationships, so communication is essential. Couples should discuss their money values, goals, and concerns openly. Decide together how to handle shared expenses and individual spending. Some couples keep completely joint finances, others keep everything separate, and many choose a hybrid approach. The key is finding what works for your relationship and being transparent about debts, income, and financial goals. Don't let money secrets damage your relationship. Financial infidelity can be as harmful as other types of dishonesty.
Open communication about money does seem crucial for healthy relationships. Before we finish, what's your most important piece of advice for someone who wants to improve their relationship with money?
My most important advice is to start tracking your money today. You can't improve what you don't measure. For 1 month, write down every penny you spend: coffee, parking, groceries, everything. This awareness alone will probably change your spending habits. Many people are shocked by how much they spend on small, unconscious purchases. Once you know where your money goes, you can make intentional decisions about whether those expenses align with your values and goals. Knowledge is power when it comes to money management.
That's such practical and actionable advice. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise and helping us understand how to make smarter decisions with money.
Thank you. This has been such an enjoyable conversation. I hope your listeners feel more confident about managing their money and making wise shopping decisions. Remember, small changes in your financial habits can lead to big improvements over time.
And thank you to all our listeners. Remember, money management isn't about depriving yourself of things you enjoy. It's about being intentional with your spending so you can afford the things that truly matter to you. Start small, be consistent, and don't be afraid to make mistakes as you learn.
Exactly. Money is a tool to help you live the life you want. By learning to use that tool wisely, you can reduce stress, achieve your goals, and have more freedom to enjoy the things that bring you happiness. Every expert was once a beginner, so be patient with yourself as you develop these skills.
Until next time, this is Aurora from English Learning Conversations. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember that financial literacy is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. Take control of your money, and it will serve you well throughout your life. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye and happy smart shopping, everyone.